In the Champions League, we keep it neat. And in the Premier League, there's another clean sheet. And the defender's future makes rumours abound. And in the FPL, still pretty sound. The good, the bad, and the ugly at Liverpool FC podcast for EPL Game Week number 7. Brought to you by the LFC File. Roll the intro, Alison. Welcome back, one and all, for the latest episode of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly at Liverpool FC podcast, brought to you by the LFC File and myself, Ben Green. Thanks very much for stopping by. And as usual, I would say, please do press the like button, subscribe, and press the notification bell before floats your boat, so you know when the next one is available. And welcome to the, I think, 2 or 3 new subscribers that have joined in the last week. So thank you very much for the support. It's greatly appreciated, and welcome aboard. So without further ado, let's get into it with the good. And the good is going to be, without doubt, the win over Bologna at Anfield during the week on Wednesday, wasn't it? In the Champions League. Good result, can't complain. A goal from Alex McAllister and Mo Salah was enough to give Liverpool 3 points and a clean sheet to boot, so can't complain too much with that. And I've got Ian Ladyman here. You can see his report. Liverpool 2, Bologna 0. Alex McAllister and Mohamed Salah score as Arne Slot's side continue their winning start in the Champions League. So yes, very good result. Can't argue with that. He goes on to say Liverpool were a little chaotic at times. It was a harder night than many had anticipated against the 13th best team in Italy. Well, I think it's doing them a bit harsh there, to be perfectly honest. But with Liverpool, there is always the beauty that lies within, and we're not talking about Mo Salah's new haircut. Here it came from the gilded left foot of Mo Salah with a shot with 15 minutes left. What a relief, what a goal. Liverpool, who have looked largely assured on the watch of their new manager, Arne Slot. So, yes, very good good result. Absolutely can't complain. And that puts Liverpool up to 5th place in this very odd 36-team table in this new Champions League format. Still really not sure to make of that, if I'm perfectly honest. But anyway, it is what it is. So Liverpool, 6 goals to the good, I make it, or 5 goals to the good. Yeah, looking pretty good value at the moment. Moving swiftly on to the not bad. And the not bad is the 1-0 win against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. A very difficult place to go, them being my local side actually from birth. Yeah, very tricky ground to go to is Selhurst Park, as we know. And there's been some titanic tussles between these 2 teams at that ground in the past. Yes, a 1-0 win, maybe boring for some, but it was a fairly good game, I would say, considering it was just 1-0. There's a lot of chances. And I've got Tom Victor here from the Mirror with his headline, Liverpool march on despite Alisson injury as Arne Slot's rotation pays off. 5 talking points, which we won't bother with. But he goes on to say, Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1. Diogo Jota's first half goal gave Liverpool all 3 points away to Crystal Palace, but the Reds lost goalkeeper Alisson due to injury. Yes, sad news indeed. Then he goes on to say Liverpool continued their strong start to the season on Saturday, and then Eddie Nketiah had the ball in the net inside 30 seconds, only for the offside flag to go up to deny the Palace striker. Liverpool's sluggish start didn't last too long though, with Jota finishing off a rapid attack to give the Reds a 9th minute lead. And I have to say, I didn't know Eddie Nketiah had left Arsenal. Actually, I don't know if he's there on loan. Shows how much notice I take. There you go. But Liverpool now, if we have a look at the league table, we can see Liverpool going into the international break are leading by 1 slender point ahead of Man City and Arsenal, who are on 17 points each. Aston Villa on 14. Chelsea are playing as I speak. I'm not sure what the result is, but I'll mention that in the FPL update later. They're on 13 points in 5th. We'll see what happens with them and Nottingham Forest, who are 1 place below them on 12. Not bad going, Yes, good news. Unfortunate for Alisson. I understand he's got a hamstring injury and he will be out for several weeks, as I quote on a slot in the post-match press conference. So that's a blow. But the stand-in Vitalislav Jawas came in and done very well. He was called on a few times, I think a one-on-one situation, and I think parried one shot away as well. Yeah, not bad. Cameron Keller was sick, and hence the third choice keeper getting a run out. So all's well that ends well, and Liverpool in a good place ahead of the break. Only 7 games played, so nothing to write home about as yet. Hopefully the form continues. Fingers crossed, please, please. We move swiftly on to the ugly. And for the ugly this week, I've got this report from Stephen Kellan here at the Echo. Real Madrid step up Trent Alexander-Arnold interest, with Liverpool left waiting for contract response. And he goes on to say Real Madrid have reportedly made contact with Liverpool star Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Reds' fullback is into the final 12 months of his deal at Anfield, and speculation has emerged from Spain that Los Blancos are eyeing a move for the England international. And they cited a Spanish news outlet called Relevo, I think, or Relevo. And having looked at that, I mean, I haven't done Spanish since school, but there's nothing in it. There's no quotes from anyone in particular. It merely just mentions what we've known all along. Really, is good friends with Jude Bellingham. His contract runs out. Blah blah blah. Real Madrid are keen. Blah blah blah. Nothing in that, to be perfectly honest. We need to see how things turn out at the end of the season, whether or not young Mr. Alexander-Arnold signs a deal. Personally, of course, I'm a big fan. I would like him to sign, especially as he's been with the club so long, and it's always detrimental, really, I would say, to the club when someone of his talent and value leaves on a free contract. But yeah, Real Madrid are experts of snapping up players at the end of their contracts. And you would think that they could afford to buy him, actually. This is the other side to look at it. But they obviously say, well, you come for nothing or you don't come at all. And if you're in Trent's position, maybe you think, good opportunity to be almost nailed on certainty to win the Champions League and or a few La Liga titles by the end of his career. So, yeah, both sides of a tangled story there to be aware of. Yeah, we see how it turns out. But this article is just crap. But anyway, there you go. I've mentioned it anyway, which is probably what they want. So, moving swiftly on to the final part of this episode, and that is the Fantasy Premier League update for game week number 7. And we follow the exploits, or continue to follow the exploits, of FC Akian Saltfish, who, as we know, are doing pretty well this season so far. If you have a look, I've got 38 points up until now. I haven't checked the scores after the Chelsea-Nottingham Forest game. It's playing as I speak. I'm travelling tomorrow, so I thought I'd do this now. It's Sunday at the time of recording. So, yes, not a bad score. Salah didn't do very well. I've got Palmer as captain, hence my interest in the in the Chelsea Nottingham Forest match. There's also Nicholas Jackson and Chris Wood playing in that. Yes, I will check the scores afterwards. I will make an update and publish that later in the week. So if you subscribe, of course, and press the notification bell, then you're going to know when that comes out. So I will do that later in the week. As for the league situation, we've got Düsseldorf Super League. I'm on 34 points. Well, 38, I think it shows, doesn't it, from the game. The league has not been updated yet, so it doesn't mean much. I'll have a look at that later in the week. And the same with the League of Kings, 2, 0, 1, 4, 6, 6, 7. So yes, we'll see how that is later in the week. But so far, so good, actually. Yeah, I'm hoping Palmer as captain has paid me dividends, but we'll see. We'll see. The main choices, Salah and Haaland, have both made pretty meagre returns this week, and I'll see a few of the other teams still had Haaland as captain. Yes, watch this space. And I'm going to wrap it up there. Just a quick reminder, of course, that the LFC Goodreads page is available. There's a number of books. I'm going to leave the links down in the description below. And yeah, thank you very much for your attention and for stopping by. Remember, as usual, to like, subscribe, press the notification bell so you can see the FPL update and, of course, the next episode. And until then, I bid you all a good, safe and happy week ahead, and look after yourselves and one another. And until then, peace. You're LFC.